Corner, I'm Mr. Daps.
And I'm Johnny 5.
And why are you Johnny 5 tonight?
You
Mr.
know,
Unprepared.
And that's the thing, is I've been looking over the last couple episodes and I realize I've kind of been slacking off on the 5 reasons.
Do you guys agree?
Yes.
Yes. You know, so,
Yes.
so I decided...
if you agree. I just wanted to do a clap.
So this time I did think long and hard and I prepared a whole bunch of stuff for why I'm doing.
Okay, so moving right along. No, what's your 5?
I don't know.
You really don't know?
I don't know. This one goes deep. This one goes deep. Okay. I don't know was the name of
The third baseman.
the third baseman. Does anyone here know baseball scoring?
Yes, yes.
What's the shorthand for third base?
I don't know that much.
It's the number 5. The scorekeeper for baseball uses the number 5 to denote the third base. Side note, who played third base on Charlie Brown's baseball team? No, the character named 5. His sisters were 3 and 4, the twins. In the Charlie Brown Christmas Carol, the guy in the orange shirt who's doing this one, that character's name is 5. Look it up on Wikipedia, I swear this to be true. His last name is 95472.
I think I liked it.
With the emphasis on the 4. 95472.
Prepared.
That is all true. That is all true information.
Wow. Okay.
And that is why I'm 5. See? See? I thought about this one this week.
Maybe we should go back the other way.
Comments.
Yes, yes. So you might have noticed things look a little bit different this week.
Yes.
What happened?
The green screen got really good. No.
This is amazing.
This is all digital. I don't even know what's on the walls.
It's hard. I can touch it and everything. Look at it.
Yeah. No. Ooh.
It didn't fall over or anything.
No. No. We have. This is our Studio C. Yeah.
Studio
So
C.
we now have 3 studios in DAPs Studios.
And something we've always wanted to do is be able to post things that have been made for us or things that we found geeky.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll notice this really cool map behind Johnny 5 that was made by one of our really good friends, and it's really cool. We've featured it in an episode before, but since we do film in HD, take a moment to look out of our second camera over here.
Which we are going back to a 2-camera shot.
Yeah,
also.
nice, huh? And zoom in on that really cool map. And there's some really fun things that are Easter eggs? Is that the best? They're Easter eggs in this map. There's a lot of fun things.
It's an Easter egg map.
I think there's a Beatles reference in here and some other fun things.
Yeah, I see a Beatles reference.
I do too. Yes, there is a Beatles
I
reference in
spy
there.
with
So
my little eye and something.
a Beatles reference.
Yeah.
Don't say anything more. They have to find it.
Yeah. This is starting to hurt my neck, so I'm going to stop doing that. We also have posters from some of our past shows that we've put together, which I'm really proud of. Not that I made them, but I'm proud of this guy over here. What's your name, Mr. Daps? I'm proud of Mr. Daps who made these posters. I think they came out really good.
I just wish this one was a little bit brighter, but I'm proud of that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. I think it turned out pretty good. So if you can't see it, hit pause, zoom in, make it the full screen thing, because that's why we film in HD. Woo! Because then you can see all the fun stuff, and eventually we'll have like models flying from the ceiling.
So if you want to make a model that you want us to hang from our ceiling, then it's open.
We'll probably switch them out off and on and post different things.
Yeah.
As they become available, and we figure out how to make them fly.
Magic.
Yeah, you're gonna figure out that. That's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
idea.
Sure.
You're the magician.
I am the magician.
So what magic trick do you have for us tonight?
If I told you, it wouldn't be magic.
Threw him on the spot.
Oh, is this the spot? I thought it was a couch.
Mm-hmm.
No magic tonight.
No magic tonight.
magic
We should do that next week. If you guys want to see Johnny 5 do magic again, comments. Yeah. Don't you remember the really cool one where we tied you up and you got out?
Yeah.
That was great.
I
Well, I played
remember
the
that.
harmonica. That was like a vaudeville show, all in 3 minutes on Geeks Corner.
Yeah.
Actually, the setup for that was longer than the actual trick.
It's true.
It was like a 10-minute setup.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, what else do we want to talk about? Is there anything else with the set that you really like?
Oh, we have a Beatles poster.
Beatles poster?
That's signed,
Kind of.
not from the Beatles, but you
It
know.
says Paul, John, George, and Ringo.
Yeah. Because you cannot write those names unless you have them. We found again in Ringo. It was pretty epic.
Yes, we did. I don't remember.
However that works.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So, dude,
Dude, what?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Dude, check out my site.com.
Oh, much better. Have you checked it out recently?
I haven't.
You haven't? Last time I checked, it was still the same thing. So
still the same thing. Dude, girl.
Dude, girl.
Dude, girl. Dude, girl.
We need you,
Dude, girl,
to get back on the internet.
Yes.
And give us an update on how your cousin's doing, because it's very important and tragic.
Yes.
Because if she's not doing updates, that means it's either better or worse.
Yeah, and we really need to know. So if we shouldn't be talking about your site so much, that's good information for us to have before we keep talking about it every week.
Then we can talk about it even more.
Yeah, yeah.
Or not.
Or less.
Or less. Either way.
Yeah.
Either would be great.
Or the same.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Exactly.
Continuing on.
Continuing on.
Yes. I think we should add something in that we weren't going to talk about.
Uh-oh.
The Geek Factor.
Yes!
Have you guys checked out the Geek Factor yet?
That's something new we're doing. Right after we do this, we head upstairs and we hit edit.
Into Studio A.
Yeah, we go to Studio A and we start
Which is also our editing suite, which is where he edits while we talk about geeky things. And we get to talk with you because we're on Ustream and we're streaming live and it's fun.
Yeah.
And I've liked it.
And most of what we do is communicate in real time with the fans. So it's a really good opportunity for you guys to talk to us, let us know what you're thinking.
And we had a blast last week.
Yeah.
There was a lot of different topics that came up that we don't plan, and we'll talk about anything.
Yeah,
and,
we plan on going for half an hour, but if there's enough draw, we've been extending to an hour, just based on.
So check it out for part of it. Check it out for all of it.
Yeah.
And you can find out the information on thegeekscorner.com/extras.
That's all you.
You're gonna put that in the thing there, right? Yeah,
right
cool.
there. That's
so
where it is.
there's a lot of changes going on at the Disneyland Resort right now.
Even more than are going on here.
I don't know about that. But because of these changes, some of them have been controversial. I can't speak.
That's perfectly fine.
Anyway.
I can't think, so it works.
Yes, so we thought it would be an appropriate time for another segment of If I Were in Charge. Now this week, there were two major changes that were not necessarily announced, but re-announced, and one of them was a new announcement. And should we start with the Carnation Plaza Gardens?
I think that's the big one that
That's
I've heard.
the biggest change this week. And as you may or may not have heard, Carnation Plaza Gardens are going bye-bye. And so if we were in charge, we've decided what we would do. Do you want to go first?
Oh, I thought there was more.
Well, yeah, they're going bye-bye. They're putting the Princess Fantasy Fair, which is going to become Fantasy Fair, in its place, and that will free up the location in Fantasyland for potentially a show. And is that what you want me to say?
Yeah.
So if I were in charge, I hate to say this, but I'd probably still move the princesses over to Carnation Plaza Gardens, put a really, really good show in Fantasyland Theater, like Finding Nemo or a new one, not Dumbo, I don't think. I don't really understand that one.
Yeah. I can't see it, but
yeah. But I put a really good show there, and then I'd move the swing dancers over to DCA because it's perfectly themed for swing dancing, and you could do it multiple nights, and you could either have them. What is it? Is it called the Boardwalk at Paradise Park? Is that the official name? Paradise Pier Boardwalk. Over by the food court, there's that little area. It could be, stretched out a little bit more for a dancing area. Or there's this thing called the Mad Tea Party that would make for a great location for swing dancing. Theme it back to the 20s a little bit more. Give it that old Hollywood feel. And what do they do in old Hollywood? They went swing dancing.
What is the past tense of swing dance?
Swung
is
dance?
It swung dance or swing danced? I've always wondered that.
Swing danced.
Swing dance.
Yeah, it's based on the verb.
Okay, we have an expert.
They're both verbs. Swing is a verb and dance is a verb.
Swing is the adjective.
You're right.
It would be an adverb because it modifies a verb.
That's right. So the adverb, yes.
But he was going in the right direction,
Yes,
so
right.
that
I just had to win on something.
And we're boring the audience.
Oh.
So we would move the swing dancers into DCA and make sure that they have a permanent home and really great bands, and it would just, even you could put in some entertainment cast members dressed in period time clothing and just take it to that next level and encourage people to dress up, because there's already a couple people that do.
Oh yeah.
So then you can just take it to the next level. Would you do anything
I
different?
know who you are. Some of you. That sounds really good to me, actually.
Thank you.
One of the I still just really want. I mean, we have enough time. It's not yet Christmas. I really want to see Mickey's Nutcracker again. I thought that was a really good show. Mickey's Nutcracker? Nobody in here? Really? Wow! This was when I was a kid, and I know that some of y'all are older than me, so you would have seen, wow! They took Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker and wrote lyrics to it, and put the Disney characters into it, and they put on a really good show.
That's not the show I would put in if I were in charge. That's what he would put in. Just FYI.
Well, not as a permanent show, but during the holiday season.
See, I'd rather see something like Animazement come back in.
See, that would be good.
Yeah, something that quality that can last year round and is going to draw people in every day and keep them in for the full, 42 minutes? Those shows usually are 45 minutes. And really be a over-the-top quality family show that's the epitome of Disney. It's not too artsy, it's not too, it just
I'm trying to
captures
think
what
of
that classic Disney movie has.
There is a definite precedent that they've set up as far as what shows go on there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a style thing, and I can't quite hammer it down, but between Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas, there was another one that I just had in my head and it disappeared. I don't know, but they definitely have a style. Snow White is still the same kind of idea. So to go back to that kind of like full-on stage production would be really cool to see.
But I would like to see that highlight show. I'd like to see the best moments of Disney movies thrown into a 42-minute show that really you get to see all of your favorite characters crammed into one thing. I mean, then it's just like high impact. I mean, because you can get away with that in 42 minutes. You don't need to have a lull.
And Disney, if you need someone to write it, the Primordial Penguins are available. We would be more than happy.
Because we're qualified for that.
Totally.
Yes. So I think that's good.
Yeah.
And that's what we would do if we were in charge.
That is absolutely it.
And if
I wish I had more to contribute to that, but
well, it's next time.
Kind of been what's been happening to me recently.
Yeah. So also another thing going on at the park. This isn't planned, but we're making this up as we go along. Is it was announced yesterday, which will now be in 3 days.
Sure.
Back by the time this goes live, that they are bringing Starbucks to Disney theme parks.
I have heard about this. Yes.
Yes. And my immediate question is, will this affect the coffee in other parts of the park? Like I buy coffee at Market House because I like the free refills, and I can now definitively say that we don't know. I did email the Disneyland press department, and they were actually really accommodating about responding and saying that they don't know either.
They were so rapid with their response.
They did help though. They said that coffee will be continued to be sold as it has been, except for at the 6 Starbucks locations in the Disney theme parks around. Yeah, because it'll be DCA, Disney California Adventure, Disneyland, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Disney Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios back.
Nowhere in the downtown Disney's or any of that?
That wasn't announced.
That wasn't announced, okay. Cool.
So I would assume not, just because they're going to be inside the park, it wouldn't make much sense to have competition,
right?
A couple hundred yards away. But there will be one in DCA on Buena Vista Street, and then there will be one somewhere in Disneyland at a yet-to-be-determined location, which I'm sure they'll announce.
That's one of my favorite places, is yet to be determined.
Yeah, I know. Where would you put it?
I would put it right by the Matterhorn, but I would call it Yeti to be determined.
Wow. Ha! That's how he's fast. That's like when we were counting.
Yeah.
Where he's like, that was a bad joke, but I'm going to clap for you anyway. that was kind of, that wasn't even that. That was almost like, that's a bad joke. And I'm not,
1 out of 4, barely.
No, but where would you put it?
Where would I put a Starbucks in Disneyland?
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to go into like Fantasyland or Frontierland.
Really?
Actually, yeah. But
not Main Street, huh?
Well, that's the obvious choice. Really?
Open an extra hour, first place you go.
Yeah, it does make sense, but...
But I will give you guys, before we finish this topic, if you want to do something fun at Disneyland, bring Starbucks in one of those four-thing containers carrying like 4 Starbucks cups into the park and carry it from Toy Story or Mickey and Friends, whatever, and they can even be completely empty if you have the cups, and just walk around the park and see how many people ask you where you got it.
Have you done this?
Yes. and you'll get asked on Main Street and Fantasyland, and then you're like, oh yeah, just down on Ball and Harbor. It's just a great
such a letdown. Wow.
but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's really entertaining.
Ooh, five.
Yeah.
I will say that I was in the Jolly Holiday Bakery the other day, and I was looking up at the menu, and they do sell their coffees in tall and grande sizes, not in small and medium. So I think.
So is that a preview of coming events?
Starbucks
Maybe.
infiltration has
We will
begun.
find out.
Yes. So there will be 2 Starbucksen at the Disney Resort in Anaheim.
Starbucksen, huh?
Starbucksen is the plural of Starbucks.
Is that true, Mr. Plural?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's like the plural of ox is oxen, so the plural of Starbucks would be Starbucksen. It just makes sense.
And if you know where
Spread
that
that
reference
around.
is from,
And the
comments.
plural of box is boxen. I bought 2 boxen of donuts. I went to 3 Starbucksen today. It just rolls off the tongue.
So
A
little better than Starbucks.
somewhere. It's amazing that you can talk this much tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you know where I'm
it
going
is.
with this?
I do, and I'm going to delay this as long as possible. How's your week been?
It was excellent because
That's so
I
great.
knew we were going to show this video.
That's
So,
so fantastic. You know,
A week and a half
My
ago,
favorite thing about
we went
checking out my
and
site
covered the
is-
opening night of Fellowship, the musical parody. Yeah, musical parody.
Fellowship, the musical parody of the Lord of the Rings.
The Fellowship of the Ring, which is the first movie of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And I do have to say it was the movie that was parodied, not the book. And we had a blast going there.
We had a
but
really
somebody
great time,
had a really hard
and we
time
had a lot of
talking
great
to
interviews,
people.
and I think they can see these interviews on the channel, and that's all the time we have for Geeks
And
Corner.
the best part about
And-
them is what Johnny Five did during these interviews. And
It was such a blast to be there, and that's all the time we have for Geeks Corner. We'll
Nope,
see you
that's
next
my
time.
sentence.
No, if you like
So,
this, it's
who wants
mine.
to see Johnny Five helping me try to help me interview a bunch of
We'll go with
celebrities at Fellowship? You guys want to see the video?
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead and roll it, Mr. Cameraman.
You never know what's going to happen. Do you have a question?
Not yet.
He doesn't have a question.
Yeah.
So I think the way this is going to go is we're going to talk and he's going to stand there smiling away and geeking out the whole time. So how'd you get involved with the show?
Yeah, you didn't say much.
No.
I felt like you needed. He just
I'm
kind of
just
hogged the
gonna be
mic
greedy,
and.
yeah.
I've tried. Do you have a question? Do you want to?
No. See, I thought we were wrapping up, so I put the questions out.
I mean,
I have a question.
Okay.
What did you play in D&D?
Yeah. Hey, we're just glad you asked the question.
I got one in.
Gold star.
Do you have one? No. Okay. I tried. I'm trying to pass, but okay.
What good are you? Why did we ask you to move into the shot? That's what I want to know.
He's
He's got the shirt.
He's got
No,
the
come
shirt.
Back, come back. You're supposed to make him feel good.
He has the shirt. He's keeping you guys.
We couldn't hang anything
He's
on the
promoting.
wall.
There is a door right
there is
there.
a door there.
You'd be okay.
door.
I don't know if it'll
But the
set off an alarm, but
yeah, the police are outside waiting.
well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Oh no, thank you.
we
Thank you.
appreciate it.
And
Keep your eye on that one. Mhm. Do you have another question yet?
No.
Nope. Okay. I'm just
I'm-
checking. I
I'm-
want to give
I'm-
you your chance.
I feel like I'm at home watching the interviews, but I'm live. I don't know.
Thank-
You are more live than ever.
Eh,
Yeah.
Just stay alive, and then we'll be good. Do you have a question yet? I will be
I
so
feel like I had
impressed.
one, and then she started talking about college girls. So
That throws everybody off.
All right, we're gonna have to lock you away. I see. Do
Sorry.
you have any more questions? I'm so disappointed in you.
That was. I never knew you were so eloquent.
I'm very eloquent, sir. I have
All
to say,
evidence to the contrary.
now, how many hours of footage did we get? We got an hour and a half of footage.
Hour and a
Okay.
half. Yeah.
And out of all of that, my fail moments totaled up to like a minute and a half. So I think
No. The funny fail moments were a minute and a half because we have all of that hour and a half also where I'm talking to the celebrities and you're standing there smiling. And by the way, as you're watching the interviews that are going up, because I think we
You
posted
don't have
one
to,
today, right?
tell them this.
Watch.
This could be a secret.
This is so great though. So every time I move, he moves. But if I move like this much, so I'm moving my head like this, he's moving his head like this. And if I chuckle, he's laughing a belly laugh. And it's a really good thing I was holding the microphone because it would have told, like,
I laughed
sounded
quietly.
loud.
I laughed quietly.
Mhm.
It's because as they were telling these stories, not only like they're funny, but also I remember what they're talking about. I've been there for the whole 8 years that they've been doing this, so I have some sense of what they're talking about.
So why weren't you saying anything?
Because it was really fun to watch, and I just liked being there.
My favorite part, though, did you guys catch the line where...
You don't have to repeat things they saw.
Oh, it was great. I think her name's Lisa. It was Lisa, right? It was Lisa. Had just answered something about... I'll give you the backup. She basically had said how it was really cool to see people come back through the years and grow up. And she was talking about how there's this group of girls that came as kids and then they came back as college students. Right after she says this, I turn to Johnny and I say, is there anything else that, do you have a question now? And you said, go ahead.
I said it once, I'm not going to say it again.
Say it again, it'll be great.
I said, I'm sure I had a question, but then she started talking about college girls and it went out of my head. And the reason I said that, though...
My favorite moment of the night.
I was going through my mind going, did I see them? I must have seen them. They must have been somewhere. And
did I get their numbers? Did they say yes?
I never said that's what was in my head. I never said that.
You thought it, though.
I never said it, though. That's all the time we have for Geeks Corner.
Didn't he clap if you think he's talking? You're getting a round of applause. That's amazing.
I don't think that's a round. I think that's...
An applause.
There's an applause. It's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Before we do run out of time, because we are running slowly out of time, even though we have
not slowly.
We have a new set and a new camera. Remember that right up here, or right up here, depending on which camera he uses at this point, we have a subscribe button.
Is it up here this time?
Well, on this camera, it's up here, but then if you turn this way, it's up there.
Right.
So you have to turn your arm with it.
If you kind of split the difference, it'll
get confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's right above us on the right.
Yeah.
If you click on subscribe, we're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. It'd be really cool if we hit it this week. I don't know that we will, but it's something to try for. So get all your friends to subscribe, and it'd be a cool thing. And how are we doing on the campaign for microphones?
The microphone campaign. We're at 220 now. We got a couple of really good $100 donations, so we're at 11%. I think is what that means. To our $2,000 goal, which means we can get microphones. And we still have almost 2 full months left, so you have plenty of time.
And it'd be really cool if we could finish it by the end of with a month left over.
Yeah.
That would take a lot of pressure
Absolutely.
off.
And we can go over our goal too, and anything we go over the goal is just going to go right into making this show better. So if you want to see a better show, then that's what you should do, is go to indiegogo.com/letthegeeksbeheard.
With dashes in between each word.
Yeah, and that URL will be in the description for this video.
It always is.
It always is. So help us out there. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but because we passed the $100 mark, Ted the Penguin, Major Minor, wrote a song.
It was a brilliant song.
Yeah.
I wish I'd seen it.
Yeah, and it's recorded. You can go back and look at it online.
Yeah, but live would have been so much better.
Yeah, because I put this in the description, but I was totally expecting. I set up the camera so we could get the before and the after, like, hey, you need to write this song. Oh, and then he'd scurry away and he'd come back with the song and we'd do it there. But no, he just decided to go, and I was not prepared for it at all, and he made me make it up on the spot, so it was
Which
kind
was
of fun.
Awesome!
Yeah. So
anyway, that's
why you
about all
had
the
to be
time
there.
we have about here for this week in our new corner studio.
Are all those words in order?
No.
Okay,
But,
want to try again?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just going to keep going.
We'll leave it there.
So-
Let us know what the Google transcribe said.
Yeah, and let us know what you think of the new corner, and if you like it, Studio C. We hope you like it, because we worked really hard on it and almost killed each other in the process.
Yeah.
True story. But I had the power tools, so it was okay.
No, you didn't have power tools, and that was the problem.
Yes, it was.
You had a hand screwdriver.
Anyway, we will see you around the corner.
Geek out.